Hello, everybody. Please don't scroll. These words that I'm about to tell you and the process that I'm trying to give you can help some of your family members, because most families can't afford a lawyer when they're in trouble with the law. And I'm giving you this video because this is part of my targeted individual kind of videos that I've been making and stuff like that to show how I became a targeted individual. But I'm going to turn that into helping those who are less fortunate, who can't afford a lawyer and stuff. So here goes. This is one thing that they don't want you to know about. When we have a state, usually most of us have a state lawyer, can't afford a real lawyer. And their obligation is to the courts, man. Yeah, in the courtroom, their obligation is to the courts, not to you. So don't ever think that because you have a state lawyer, that you have someone who's going to fight for you in their full capacity. They're not. But I, with this video, can tell you what to do. When you have a family member locked up for a distribution involving a CI, here goes the content. Now, in the state of Louisiana, murder for hire is when the person who gives the money to the hitman, and that person who gives the money and then doesn't do the crime actually instigated a crime through, hiring a hitman. So in the state of Louisiana, if I'm not mistaken, that's the only thing that carries the death penalty. Now, I want you to take this video and send it to your person who is in trouble, your family who's in trouble, brother, sister, mother, friend, or whatever, and you bring this to your state lawyer. Bring this content through TikTok. Bring this to your state lawyer, because he has to abide by the law also. They can't deny this. So in most drug busts on distributions, what happened is a CI gets caught. And then the CI gets caught. What the cops do is they use that CI to go bust people. If you don't know the process, I'm giving you the process. Most family members whose kids or brothers or sisters get in trouble, they don't know the process, but I'm explaining it. Now, when the CI says you got to go bust people, the cops say, CI, you got to go bust 6 people, then the CI has been threatened by jail. You know what I mean? The whole time they're under duress, which is illegal in itself. But let me get down to what you need to show your state lawyer or your family state lawyer, and you bring him this video. Now, what happens is the cops, the drug agents, they hand the money to the CI to go buy drugs. Now, as I explained in murder for hire, the handing over the money is the instigation of the crime. Boom. The CI goes, buys drug from the drug dealer, which most of your family members who are in jail for this goes buy drugs from them, and they record this with a wire and stuff like that. That's you saying to yourself, well, how is this anything doing wrong? This is the way cops operate, but they made a law against that, which is highly, highly, highly illegal in the courts. It's called entrapment. Entrapment means that if that man did never give the CI the money, the crime would have never existed in time. So you give a cop the drug agent gives the CI the money. And during that action, think back, ask yourself this question. If the CI never received the money from that agent, would that crime have ever existed? It's called basically instigating a crime. That would have never happened if the cops would have never been involved in it. So when you go to your state lawyer, give him this video and say, look, man, I think so-and-so should not be, the charges should be dropped, motion to dismiss on the grounds of entrapment. And if a judge is acting in his civil duties as a judge and everything else, they cannot deny the entrapment. What happens a lot of times in Louisiana courtrooms is that a judge already knows that he has immunity to any federal lawsuits. So if you already saying, you know what, if this judge says that this is not entrapment and doesn't release my family, it doesn't matter if you sue him, because the judge can't be held responsible to anything. They got immunity. But the thing about it is, though, so is all, so is everybody that's in that courtroom. Usually they have immunity in the system, in the federal courts. You can't sue a judge. And so they can't be held responsible. So they act like they want to act. And that's just the way it is. But if your lawyer, your state lawyer, they're going to huff and puff about it, but you bring them the words of entrapment, then they have to act under their civil duty of representing you. And whatever you bring them, the information that you bring them, if it's truthful and the law, it's a law-abiding thing, then they have to bring that up to the courts and everything in a motion to dismiss due to entrapment. Entrapment is not legal. So you telling me that the person, if it's a hit and they give them the money and everything, that person can die because they put a hit on somebody. But when the cops do it, they're glorified for great work. That's not how it works, man. The shit's illegal. Any distribution in the state of Louisiana is illegal due to that, what I just told y'all. Using a CI. Anything else, if you got caught with a distribution from the cops and everything, it can't help you. But if there was a CI involved in your case, check it out, man. You bring this video. If you can't explain it how I just did, then you bring it to your state lawyer and it can help. I've been trying to help targeted individuals and stuff like that, helping people who can't afford lawyers, because I've been through all this, and I know about the processes and some of the things. And I don't believe anybody ever brought the process of being basically the hitman, a murder for hire, to the distribution of drugs. But I just brought it to you in an instance that you can bring to your state lawyer to help your families and everything. And that's how I'm trying to help people these days that can't afford lawyers. You have to go to your state lawyer and basically say, hey, look, I know this was entrapment. You know it's illegal, and I do also. And usually they use CIs many times. They like to get 2 or 3 times the CI buys from the dealer and everything. And that in itself is horrible, because you're instigating crime after crime and crime. Again, there's crimes going on time and time again, but you're letting it go on, and the cops are instigating that. Now, am I for or against either one? Now it don't matter to me, because I don't do none of that shit. But I give you this because I couldn't afford a lawyer at one time. So bring this to your state lawyer. And under the grounds of entrapment, any case using a CI, they receive money from the cops. That has to be in the police report. If they don't have it in the police report, because the CI is not going to use their own money to go buy from the drug dealer and everything else like that, they equipped that CI with that money. Therefore, that was the cause of entrapment. They created a crime on the streets that would have never happened, y'all. And with the words that I'm telling y'all had got me targeted already. You know what I mean? They knew I knew the information. They knew I was keyed in on a lot of things that I shouldn't have been, but I am, man. My mom always said that I was going to be a great lawyer in this world. And, man, I give y'all that information. And before they shut this channel down, y'all save this as y'all favorites. Y'all like my video, man. And good luck in anybody's family's court cases that they feel like they've been entrapped by people who wouldn't abide by the law. And under the courtroom, the judge really, if they deny that you can go to in Louisiana, a couple of places, the Judiciary Board, and a few other places that you can write. If you have any trouble, man, you know where to hit me up on TikTok, man, and I appreciate your time. Thank you, TikTok. I hope this video helped everybody.